I think I can confidently say that I am one of the happiest people on the face of the planet, and that's simply because I choose to follow this one rule, and that is always choose positivity when you get the chance to choose in the first place. The problem with people who are trying to improve their lives, people who are on self improvement, people who are really trying to make a change in themselves and in the world in the process, the problem with those people is that they think one of the most important things in self improvement is discipline. They think that discipline is the leading factor. Yeah, yeah, discipline. Always stick to this good thing. Yeah, yeah, do this thing, and stop all the bad habits. Stay disciplined and stop all the bad habits. Go to the gym, go gym, go gym, go gym. The problem is that's not it. It's instead matching discipline with positivity, and that creates like this chemical reaction creates something new. It's disciplined positivity. That's what I'll call it now. Positive discipline. No, that's a better name. Positive discipline. And what is positive discipline? It's basically, I'll give you two scenarios, and one is with discipline and one's positive discipline. Scenario number one, just discipline. Let's just say you try to stop a bad habit and you fall back into it subconsciously. For example, let's just take fapping. And no, this is not a way to stop fapping. This is not a video on you stopping fapping. I'm just a random bad habit that came to mind. So fapping, something that everybody struggles with. You tell yourself that you're on self improvement. You're gonna stop this bad habit. You're improving your life, and this is not the person that you want to be. You're not that person anymore. You give yourself a new image. One day passes, 2 days pass, 3 days pass, 4 days pass, and on the fifth day, you see something on Instagram and you're attracted, and now you're back in your bedroom and you're fapping. That destroys the thing you do after that is what destroys your self-image. It destroys the version of yourself that you gave. For example, at the beginning of the scenario of number one, the person just followed discipline. He created a new version of himself, a version who doesn't do any bad habits, a version who only does good habits, and he's disciplined on those good habits. Now imagine what happens when that version does a bad habit. It doesn't become that version anymore. It's exactly like when you see a priest, and in your eyes, this man is very holy. He has a good bond with God. Now imagine you see that same priest smoking a cigar. Then you think to yourself, wait, the image of the priest that you had gets destroyed. He's not a priest anymore. Or he's not that pure figure, pure image that you had in mind. It changes, right? It becomes disoriented. And that's exactly what happens to you when you choose discipline alone. You tell yourself, oh, I've fallen back into this bad habit. I'm not this new person anymore. I thought I was this person. I thought I was able to stop it, but now I'm not that person anymore. And you keep blaming yourself. You keep feeling bad for yourself and feeling sorry. And that blame destroys that new self-image that you created. And one by one day of fapping becomes 2 days becomes 3 days becomes 4, a week, a month, and now you're back to that old version of yourself. And guess what that self-image is now? It's that same exact old version of yourself, the version who doesn't improve. That's your new self-image because you let just discipline break you. You let just discipline break break the self-image that you had in mind, the self-image that you built for yourself. Now let's look at scenario two. You're presented in the exact same situation and you create a new self-image for yourself. And then when you fall back into that bad habit, you look at the bigger picture. You tell yourself, yes, I've fallen into this bad habit now, but if I look at the bigger picture, what can I learn? What can I do? What can I learn from this that would actually make me benefit the next time? For example, let's just say you realize that when you scroll on Instagram, that's one of your biggest triggers to fapping. So you realize that when you fapped. Yes, you fapped, but you realized what made you do it. So you stop that. You tell yourself, oh, I'm going to stop this. That's a positive, isn't it? You found something good out of something that was supposed to be bad. And that's exactly how you think, because then that self-image won't be destroyed. Instead of you losing and instead of you ruining and breaking that self-image, it will instead be you strengthening that self-image, you making it better. And that's exactly why positive discipline is way, way better than just discipline. Because I realized that I was thinking to myself just a few hours ago or just an hour ago, I was stuck in that same exact bad habit that I was talking to you about just now. I was struggling and I was thinking to myself, you know that post-not clarity, the clarity you get after doing the bad habit, after doing that bad habit, which is fapping, that clarity you get, you start going into some sort of a depressing state I was in that depressing state. Then I thought to myself, no, I'm the positivity guy. I shouldn't be in this state. I should try to look for a positive. Then I realized one of my triggers for actually doing this bad habit was something. And I ended up realizing that if I stopped that something, I'd be able to lessen the amount of times I'm doing this bad habit. So then I went out of then I went out of the toilet and I thought to myself, I went out of the bathroom and I thought to myself, well, now I'm not mad anymore. Now that post-nut clarity isn't depressing. That post-nut clarity helped me. A positive came out of it. Get it now? And then I came out actually smiling and I thought, why not spread this message to the people on the internet? Because if I did that, people in my exact state would be able to find a way to stop their bad habits and create a new self-image that will not be broken simply because you're using positive discipline. Again, positive discipline is way better than discipline, because instead of you just telling yourself that I'm not gonna do this, and after creating a positive self-image for yourself, you're breaking it every single time, instead you're looking for the positives in every single negative. Hear that again. You're looking for the positive in every single negative. And that doesn't ruin your self-image. But the thing that strengthens your the thing that will make positivity spread way faster and that will make it just way easier for you to become more positive is simply a friend that will be there with you. So look around, ask for the people around you. Ask this guy, and just look around you. Think to yourself, is there anybody here who I would really think is not emitting the negative frequencies? You know those negative frequencies that you feel? There's always that one person in a group who's always cuddled up like this, doesn't talk to anyone, he always has the depressing energy around them, and you know how you get that feeling that you don't want to approach that person? It's simply because he's emitting negative frequencies. So the person that you do want to approach is the person who has his hands open. Oh, I forgot the mic. The person who has his hands open, he's leaving himself vulnerable. And that person is always calling out people by their names, always happy, always smiling, always talking in a loud voice, not embarrassed. That person is the person that you always go to. That person is the person that you're attracted to. It's because he emits positive frequencies and you want that person around you. You want to find people like that. Because people like that just make you better. People like that never have ever seen a person who's positive actually pull another friend down. It's the exact opposite, because that person boosts the friend with him. He boosts that friend. So you always want to find those people. But if you could find those people next to you, anywhere in your city, in your town, in your country, then please, that friend is not a friend that you want to let go. And I thought to myself, how could I make a lot of people, a lot of the positive people, since they're spread so thin around the world, I know I couldn't gather them in real life. So I thought, how could I gather them? But not in real life. I thought a perfect place to gather them would be online, in a community. And that's why I created Social Media of Positivity. It's a community that I plan to fill with positive people everywhere. So that whenever you find that you're stuck in something, or whenever you realize that you're falling into a depressing state, someone in there will help you. Someone in there will be the friend that you need, and he will lift up your spirits. He will make you become that happy version of yourself that you like, that you enjoy, and the people around you are going to realize that your life only gets better when you're with that friend. They're going to realize it, because I realized it in my friends too. One of my friends was falling into a negative state, and I was able to realize I picked up on that instantly. And another one of my friends was also positive picked up on that instantly, and we were able to tell him to fall back on this negative state, to stop it, and we were able to deduce the reason he was falling into that state, and we stopped it. We told him how he could avoid it and how he could enjoy life more, and that's what he did. So please, I preach from the bottom of my heart. Find positive people around you, and if you can't, then my community is the perfect place for you, because if you watch this far into the video, I wholeheartedly know that you'll enjoy the people inside my community. If you need this advice, and if you're finding yourself struggling with negativity and struggling with bad habits, trust me, a community like the community I preach will be perfect for you. I just created this community, so there is no one inside, and if you join, I'll be there for you, and all of my focus, all of my attention will be on you. That's something positive. Always remember to stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video.